Grayskull.
Yes, He-Man. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. A IP that I grew up on as a child, that I loved, and more recently I've started getting back into, in the sense of the toys. So I thought we could have a look at some of my collection of He-Man toys that I am amassing. So let's get into it.
And the Masters of the Universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull!" Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I thought, why not do a couple of videos looking at some of my toy collections and stuff like that. So He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I'm a child of the 80s. Well, I was born mid-70s. I was at the right age for cartoons like Transformers, He-Man, Mask, Thundercats and all that sort of a thing. And I used to get all the toys of those figures, those toys, when I was a young lad. And I loved playing with them. And He-Man was a very diverse range of characters, a lot of interesting designs and all this sort of a thing. And a couple of years ago, we got Revelation, Master of the Universe Revelation on Netflix. That was that short-lived Netflix show. 10 episodes. Season 2 is coming sometime soon, and it kind of renewed my interest in Masters of the Universe, the world of He-Man, because I loved the first half of that series. The second half not so much. I loved it when He-Man was taken out of the equation and when the story focused on other characters within that world. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what way you go, He-Man came back into it. But I liked the focus on the narrative of other characters and getting to know them a tad bit better. So, yeah, and I'm looking forward to season 2. It came out from Kevin Smith, but I know it was very divisive when it came out because of some of the stuff that it done. But there we go. That's another story, not to be discussed today. So like I said, as a kid, I used to have Castle Grayskull. I had Snake Mountain. I had a plethora of the figures. And because of that, it got me back into the cartoon series, and I went and got the DVD box set of Master of the Universe. I got the DVD box set of She-Ra, Princess of Power, and I started picking up the figures, the toys, but casually. I consider myself to be a casual collector when it comes to He-Man figures, because I don't buy them full price. I wait until there is a price reduction on them and I see them cheaper somewhere. Good places for these for me have been Game, has been a great place to get them. Forbidden Planet, brilliant tough stuff when they have damaged boxes or sold as seen. I'll pick them up. And Amazon itself has recently had some cheap ones as well, and we're going to go into that and we're going to take a look at what I've got. Now, when I was last at my visit at the Forbidden Planet, where I did pick up a figure, they did have some of the new ones for the season 2 of Revelation, or whatever the title for that series is. It's called something else. They had One of the characters they had was Teela as the sorceress, because if you remember at the end of season 1, if you saw it, she became the sorceress. They had that figure, but they're $29.99, and I don't want to pay that much money for them because that is a lot of money. There's only one figure that I have paid £30 for, and we'll get to that and the reason why as we come to it. So let's get started and let's take a look at the collection that I have amassed thus far of the Masters of the Universe range of figures. Okay, so first off, we'll start with two that any collection isn't complete without. So first up, we have He-Man himself. Yes. Now, you can still buy He-Man figures that are retro, that are exactly the same as what they were when we were younger, when we used to get the toys then. I'm not so much into those. I like these new style ones. And this is He-Man from Revelation, that Netflix 10 episode show, and I love the detailing on these. They look great, they're a good size. It comes with a spare pair of different hands, with sword, with shield. Yeah, lovely art on the sides. You can display them in their boxes. Now, I don't take figures out of their boxes, or very rarely. A few I do, but these I don't. My Spawn figures I don't. I will do another video on my Spawn figures because, well, I've got nowhere to display them. I can't stand figures up all over the place. Number one, it'd be a dusting nightmare. Number two, I quite like keeping them boxed. Now, if you go to Chris's channel, Cypher Sigma Screen Time, he's got two channels. Cypher Sigma Screen Time, which is devoted to film, and he does Cypher Sigma toys as well. And he has a massive collection of toys, and he opens them. He opens them up and displays them stood. Oh, it's a different world to me, that is. But yeah, so we've got He-Man, like I said. Then moving on, obviously we have Skeletor. So as you can see, this is the one that I picked up for $9.98, and this was in game, and I haven't taken the stickers off. I'm very bad with that, as you've probably noticed in my DVD collections. I'm very bad with taking off the price stickers. So yes, and this comes with a staff and another pair of hands, two staff type things in there, this one here and his proper staff there. And again, you have title there, or character's name. You have a nice side, so you can display them in boxes along like that, and you get nice images along the side, which is great. Now, these come in different size boxes because I've got a couple that come in large boxes like this. Now, this one I just can't get shut, no matter what I do. I need to glue it or something, but this I got rather cheap, and this is it keeps coming open. Is She-Ra, Princess of Power. It's from the Masterverse line. These are all from the Masterverse line. Now, She-Ra was like obviously the female version of He-Man that was aimed at the girls. I need to get Hordak. I need to get Hordak at some point. I've got to get that. But yeah, so obviously I'm going to pick up She-Ra. Like I said, I got the DVD box set for this series as well as a companion piece to the Masters of the Universe. And then we have another one, another Skeletor here, and this one here is look at that. Now, that is based upon Skeletor from the Masters of the Universe movie, the Dolph Lundgren starring movie from, I believe it was 1987. You can get Dolph Lundgren himself, but it looks nothing like him. The face sculpt isn't Dolph Lundgren, so that really puts me off of that figure, getting that one. But this one here, you know, the one element of the Masters of the Universe film was Frank Langella as Skeletor. He was fantastic in it. The makeup looked fantastic. I can't knock that. And this figure here is a perfect rendition of that character. It just looks fabulous. And this figure here was actually £45 when it first came out. 45 quid. That sort of shows you the price points on these collections. And that's part of the reason why I wait for price reductions on these figures, because they are it's a very expensive collection. But like I said, I don't get them like that. So as you can see here, this is Skelly God from Master of the Universe Revelation, that same cartoon series by Kevin Smith from Netflix. And this is a version of Skeletor from in that. And as you can see, I picked it up for less than £5. But the boxes are different sizes, so you can't have them all along the shelf. But yeah, some will sit out further than others. But do you know what I mean? For £5, I picked it up. And this is my most recent purchase, the next one. And this is of a character called Sunman, Rulers of the Sun. Sunman. This actually wasn't a Masters of the Universe figure. This was something else that came out around the time of Masters of the Universe or thereafter, as I believe. And but it has since been incorporated into Masters of the Universe as part of that world. And this was on Amazon for £5. Yes, it's come a little bit damaged. I really didn't care about the damage to the box at all. I got it for £5, and that's part of the reason. I'd never have paid full price for these figures. No way. But £5, you know, I don't even know who this character is. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I've not seen him within the pantheon of Master of the Universe. I've not seen him outside of Master of the Universe. But it was part of the collection. It was a £5, and it's going to join the collection for that reason, because it's still a really nice figure. And I've got a thing about figures that fly with wings. It reminds me of Flash Gordon and the Birdmen in that. I always like that sort of a thing. And that's great. Next up, we have, I mean, what collection isn't complete without Evil Lyn? And again, this is a Master of the Universe Revelation from that TV series, again, character. You get a different head sculpt there to swap out heads. You get different hands. You get, what's that, handbag in there? It looks like a handbag. You get a staff as well running up the side. Now, I'm going to come on to that one character I mentioned. The one character that when I saw, I did pay full price for. And the reasons why. And this is it here. Sorry, I'm just nudging the camera. Look at me. It's because I got this wire wrapped around my neck into it, so that the sound is better. And this is the character that I paid full price for. And it is still, they're Masterverse characters. This is from New Eternia range. And this is Buzz-Off, the B-type character. And as you can see, you get an axe with him. You get a helmet there to go over his face. And why did I get this? It delves into that, you know, characters with wings again. I've got to think, it's like I like the Falcon out of Marvel. I don't know what it is about characters with wings. I've got a liking for them. But this here, this is a very nostalgic character for me, in that when I was collecting Masters of the Universe when I was a young lad, this is a character that I adored, that I loved, a character that I remember to this day picking up when I was out with my mum in Peckham Rye in Woolworths, or was it Zodiac Toys? If you know Peckham Rye, when I was a lad there was a toy shop called Zodiac Toys. It was either Woolworths or Zodiac Toys, and my mum had bought me this figure, the old version, and I remember coming home with it, and I just love the insect. You know, it's a bee, or a wasp, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to go with, wasp, bee, type of a person, and it's very nostalgic for that reason. I remember it was one of my, or probably my favourite figure back then. So when I saw this, I couldn't wait for it to go down in price. I wanted it there and then. This was from the Forbidden Planet in Croydon. Thusly, I picked it up. Now, I do read look at me stretching that lead whenever I lean across. I do read the Masters of the Universe comics that are being published at the moment. So yeah, and there's a character. I didn't know that I had this, but I do have it. I need to look at these more often, because I've been looking at these and I'm thinking, I ain't got this character, but I have got this character. And it is Duncan, or Man-at-Arms. Do you know that my father wanted to name me Duncan? He did. All them nearly nigh on 50 years ago, 48 years ago, he wanted to call me Duncan. It's not a particularly cool name, not until I think of Highlander, the TV series. But there we go. So that could have been my name, but it wasn't. So this is Man-at-Arms, and comes with his mallet thing, and spare pairs of hands, and yeah, the father of Teela. Man-at-Arms. Nice figure. £5. See what I mean? So I'm a sort of casual collector. I wait. I'm patient. And this was from the Forbidden Planet, I believe. That was, yes. But as you can see, this is Scareglow, again from Master Universe Revelations. And this one, I believe, does glow in the dark. Has it got some element that glows in the dark? I think so. But anyway, yeah, maybe not. But yes, Scareglow. Fantastic. I love these characters. Like I said, they're all different. They're all interesting. They all look good. You know, aesthetically, all the differences. But anyway, so the next one, it's still got some sticker residue on it. And again, Master Universe Revelation. And it is Teela. Teela, who went on to become the Sorceress. And like I said, I did see these two new figures. I think the other one was Skeletor. It was Teela as a Sorceress and Skeletor from the new series. I didn't get them, so I said £30. But I know that give it a year, these things are going to go down in price. I really want to get Ram Man. I haven't got Ram Man. So there's a box for Teela. There's Teela on the back. She was sort of more front and centre of the series after He-Man, well, whatever happened to He-Man happened to He-Man. She comes with a pair of hands and some staffs and stuff like that. A good design of a character as well. And this bugs me, right? This does bug me. And this is something that I haven't realised until this very moment in time. But here we have Merman, the fantastic figure from Master Universe Revelation again. He's got one eye scarred up and shut. He's got spare pairs of hands in there. He's got like a knifey thing and a staff or a trident. It's only got 2 bits on it. So does that make it a bident? I don't know. Yes, so Merman. Fantastic. Nice looking figure. I remember having a lot of these as a kid. But not only that, but look. I've got 2 mermen. 2 mermans. Merman or mermen? I don't know. But I've got 2 of them. By mermen. I don't know how it works. But I've got 2 of them. They were both this cheap. I need to pay more attention. I've had this happen with DVDs, but I've never had that happen with a toy until now, and I didn't realise until I was just sorting them out to film that I actually had 2 versions of this figure. So, for that reason, I'm going to have to, I don't know, give that one away. Chris over at Cypher Sigma, he's a big toy collector. He will be my first port of call for that figure. Let me message him now. So I have just messaged Chris over at Cypher Sigma Toys, and I asked him if he had this figure because he's got thousands of toys. And he said he doesn't have this figure. So I said to him, you do now. So I'm going to either save it for when I meet up with Chris again soon, I think it's sometime in March, or I'll send it his way. I'm going to be nasty, and I'm going to send him the one with the price stickers still on, because he can peel them off, not me. Okay, so let's move on. Keep jogging that camera. I do need a new microphone. So we're nearly getting there at the end. Now this box here has a little bit of damage to it, unfortunately. And this is for the Sorceress herself. And this was one that was sold as seen in Forbidden Planet, cheap because of the damage there. It didn't bother me. I got it far cheaper than £30. I got it for about £8. Now we go, Sorceress. Fantastic. From the Revelation TV series. I don't care whether they're New Eternia or Revelation. I'll pick them up because they're Masters of the Universe figures. Now, Here's one that my wife bought me for Christmas. It was a £10, and that's why she bought me it. And it is for Beastman. And this is Master Universe Revelation again. As you can see, spare hands, a weapon of some description there. Oh, it's got like a whippy type thing on it. It's got like a whip, as you can see. A whippy, a Mr. Whippy. Nice image on the side there. But then, when I was in the Forbidden Planet the other day, a week ago, they had another Soldier Scene. I still got the stickers on it, as you can see. Beastman there. And this is a New Eternia line one. And this is a Beastman. This is a Savage Henchman Beastman, as you can see on the back there, the image. So this one here comes with different weapons, different kind of thing on his head. I'm not really sure about the New Eternia line, what it is, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is outside of the toys. He's got some fur there. That's fur. That's like soft material. But as you can see, Soldier Scene for £8 because there's some creasing along the top there. And like I said, that's of no real... that doesn't bother me. And a little bit there, look, on the box. Doesn't bother me at all, because this is one that would have probably been about 40 quid upon release, and I paid £8 for it. So when I see him, there's one character, Spycore, right? Spycore is available. I may get it at some time. It's £8. It's always been £8, but I cannot bring myself to pick it up. Here's the image here, right? I don't know why. I don't like the look of this character. I don't like that the skin tone of his head matches the skin tone of his armor chest plate and not the skin tone of his skin. There's something about it that just, even at £8, that I'm reluctant to pick this figure up. But anyway, so like I said, Beastman, £8. Can't go wrong. So I've amassed quite a collection of these He-Man figures, and here's the last one. This is the last item that I've got to show, and this was again bought at Christmas for me by my wife, and it is it's the icing on top of the cake, and this costs £16 on Amazon, and yes, it was on offer. And it is Battle Cat from Revelations. Look at the size of that beauty. He-Man's down there somewhere under a pile of figures, so I'm just going to have to show another figure his size compared to Battle Cat himself. So there's Beastman against Battle Cat, just to give you a kind of relevance to its, you know, how big it actually is. Now, this was a funny one, right? Because I was just scrolling through what they had on eBay. On Amazon, in the way of Master Universe figures, and I came across a classic Battle Cat, from the old, you know, a retro Battle Cat, like a new version of the retro Battle Cat. And I was going to get that. It was £12, and then I saw this for 16. I thought, oh no, I've got to have it in line with the others, you know. And that's a beauty, you know. That is, you know, look at the size of it. It's big. It's big. It's a big old figure, that one. I was tempted to get this out of the box, display it, open my He-Man up to have him riding upon it. Yeah, so, I mean, looking at the back, I want to get Mossman. I do want to get Mossman at some point. Yeah, there's what he looks like without the armour on. But, yeah, Mossman didn't survive long in Revelation. He was a character that was sacrificed early on. Now, another character that you may have noticed that's missing, and a quite important character from the pantheon of Master Universe, is Orko. Yes, I don't have Orko, but Orko is available with He-Man. You can get a double pack that has Barbarian He-Man in it and Orko. Now, Barbarian He-Man is He-Man from Master of the Universe Revelation. When he returns after being killed early on, he comes back in the second half of the series, but he's more barbarian-like. He hasn't got his faculties, his mind, and he's just an angry brute kind of a thing. Imagine Hulk, kind of like that. So he's one that, as a figure, I would be getting it for Orko. Now, I know it's available now for about 15 quid. It's probably one of those ones that would have been about £35, £40, being there's two characters in it. Now, I think they knew that they wouldn't really sell Barbarian He-Man alone, so they doubled it up with Orko, because it's the only way that you can get Orko from the Revelations line. So I probably will delve into that sometime very soon. But there we go. That's the He-Man collection that I have amassed. And like I said, only one of them has been bought at full price, and that was Buzz-Off, the B one. The others I've picked up when I've seen them at sale prices, and good prices as well. These figures seem to come down in price, and I'm happy because, like I said, I consider myself more of a casual collector for these figures, rather than a brand new one comes out and I'm like, I must get that, I must get... Wait, god damn it, these prices drop. They drop because I guess no one's really buying them. Apart from the collectors, obviously. But yeah, so there we go. I didn't realise I had as many as I had. I made the mistake on the Merman. I'm very surprised about that. But then again, I'm not when I'm thinking about... I didn't realise that I had picked up Man-at-Arms. But there we go, old Duncan. But yeah, so anyway, that's the collection. That's me done. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. I will do another collection with all of my Spawn figures to show them and show what I've got at the Spawn range, because I do love a Spawn figure. And I do pick some of them up at full price when I see them, and a lot at discount prices as well. But yeah, so what else is there to say? But thank you for watching, and you know, I'll see you on the next one. Hope so. Hit the subscribe button, come join the channel. See you then. Goodbye all.